12 Visions Party is very simple as follows. Just free all victims by replacing the rule of man with the rule of flawless law, the prime law. As you know, the prime law is the fundamental law of protection and is the cornerstone of a protection-only 12 Visions Party government. Outside of the 12 Visions Party, nothing on our planet can stop this victimization of our family. That is, the ruling class suppressing all of us not in the ruling class or not receiving advantages from the ruling class. Indeed, we have all been victimized. The poor, the middle class, the wealthy business owners, all who are not part of the ruling class are tied to the advantages granted by the ruling class, such as the white-collar hoax. And you know I have written about that for the past 30 years throughout my publications about the white-collar hoax, political businessmen tied in with politicians and bureaucrats. Aside from that, from the ruling class and those tied into the ruling class, we're all victims, the entire non-ruling class. Now that's important, as you'll see, because we've been played against each other throughout history. We're not living the lives we were meant to live. We should live exhilarating lives, live wealthy lives, doing what we love to do, all of us. To get an idea, visit www.12visionsparty.com. That's a brand new website that I just made public today, www.12visionsparty.com. Instead of heading into a dangerous world of imminent terrorist attacks and economic collapse, we should and could all be heading into a world of wealth, health, peace. As a 12 Visions Party gains traction, a great emotion will rise among the populace as they discover the lives they were robbed of. That great emotion will be one of exhilarating self-discovery for the self and great anger for the ruling class who stole from us that life we were meant to live. Why is the 12 Visions Party the only movement that can save us? Why? The answer is this. Reason is dead. Let me say it again. Reason is dead. Reason as the guiding light of humanity has died. Irrational wants and desires have replaced rational reason. Illusionary political rhetoric promising higher standards of living for no extra effort has killed reason. Politicians killed reason in order to rule over mankind. As long as people don't reason, they'll cluelessly vote for those who create get-something-for-nothing illusions. Without reason, demagogues can promise the people utopia. Without reason, irrational wants and desires elect our ruling class and guide humanity's demise. Make no mistake, our demise has begun with the death of reason and the consequential rise of the rule of man. With the many bright, even brilliant, rational voices in our country today, the demise of our country continues. Reason, as a guiding light of humanity, has died. Irrational wants and desires now guide the masses. Voices of reasons fall upon deaf ears. I don't have time to go into how reason died, but it died in our educational system. You'll get some insight into the death of reason when you read the 12 Visions Party national platform. So without reason, what do we do? Our future is heading toward disaster. Our children and their children are heading toward a life of poverty and danger. And reason cannot save us. It seems as though nothing can save us. No one has the antidote to today's sinking America, because reason is dead. Not even the most brilliant minds can stop our fall into disaster. We see some resurgence of reason, but it's not enough to overcome the problems. The 12 Visions Party is our Savior. Suppose for a moment I appeal to people's get-something-for-nothing wants and desires, but instead of irrational illusions, what I offer is rational reality. Reason does not ever need to enter the equation. Not at first. I can circumvent reason and touch people's dreams and desires. As the reality of my program washes away the illusions of political rhetoric through exposure and osmosis, reason reawakens in the people. After a long absence, through this process, through osmosis, the 12 Visions Party movement gradually resurrects reason. With the return and rise of reason comes the rise of the 12 Visions world. But first, we must circumvent reason. We must appeal to the people's wants and desires. We must compete with the politician. If reason is no longer our society's guiding light, then what is? Feelings and desires for instant gratification, such as unearned entitlements and handouts for redistribution of wealth. Politicians help create and nurture those feelings and desires based upon unreal and unreasonable illusions. So let's face reality, that reason as society's guiding beacon is dead. Let's face reality that unreasonable, unreal wants now guide America. So using our reasoning powers as a room full of integrated thinkers, as a room full of self-leaders, our campaigns will approach the populace not with arguments based on reason, not at all, but with emotions based on people's wants. Our deepest strength, however, is this. When socialistic politicians appeal to people's get-something-for-nothing wants, those politicians are offering illusions. They have offered failed illusions since the ruling classes began thousands of years ago. For the first time, when TVP visionaries appeal to people's fantastic wants, those TVP visionaries are offering not illusions, but reality, as clearly demonstrated in the 12 Visions Party platform. In this war of good versus bad, of the non-ruling class versus the ruling class, we pursue our battle plan. We don't use reason up front. We do not educate. We instead stimulate their wants and desires, just like the socialists. Moreover, we let the country know we are all victims. In fact, we can outdo the politicians at their own game. But we are backed by reality, not illusions. Through osmosis, our legions will begin to see how it all works. They'll begin to see we are offering reality, not political rhetoric. They'll begin to see their fast track to riches is real, not empty promises, not political talking points. They will then become reason's greatest users. So from the desire-want perspective, what are we offering the people? Here it is. Here's our face to the world. The TVP is the greatest get-rich program in the history of civilization.